Hello, I miss you. It's been a while. It's been since Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 days. And yeah, sorry about that. I have had some work to do, and I don't know if you could tell the difference, but I was waiting for this mic to show up. So if you can tell now, you can see it, and I hope it doesn't take away from my looks and the flow of the show. Um, but I hope it's man. Maybe I don't want you to hear everything I say. Maybe the bad sound has been okay. So this is also a test. So please do tell me how it comes through. And so yeah, I've got a little thing plugged into my phone and this thing on here, and we will see how it goes. Uh, Man, I did miss you guys. I feel better when I do these. I'm supposed to be doing these, and that's kind of part of what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Is well, let me talk about. So, I've driven across my country a handful of times. Um, always with the purpose, except for kind of in my lost youth. Um, I Yeah, and I've done it fast and I've done it slow. And they're like, I took a trip to not a trip. I went to move to Dothan, Alabama, and I I took a month to get there, and it was great. I stopped everywhere. I saw everything, and and then. But it sure would have been like if I wanted to go across the country fast and efficiently in a car, man, a nice kind of newish car, reliable, like lots of power, lots of speed for all the hills and stuff, and just good. What is that called? Where you can see, like no blind spots, good vision everywhere, nice lights, no, and then not getting hit in the eyes with other lights because my car is too low and theirs is too high, and I didn't have tinted windows. But like I feel like you can drive across the country in an easy 3 days, coast to coast. Oh, I'm in the United States of America. And I live on the West Coast in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State, the state. And yeah, so it took me a month to drive to Dothan, Alabama. But man, I mean, I saw the Grand Canyon, I saw Tombstone, I stayed with family in different places, and yeah, just lots of stuff. I saw um, jellyfish washed up on the Gulf Coast, and I saw San Francisco stuff and those seals or whatever that are all over the place and down on the Fisherman's Wharf. Yeah, lots of interesting things. So there's I'm saying all this for a reason, and sorry if I'm delaying the cards. By the way, did I tell you I'm Trip and this is Real Nature Trip and we do tarot? And hopefully you saw that sign that my niece Ava painted and for me to do this, and I love you. So um, yeah, so I'm thinking about like you could either drive efficiently, like okay, and don't stop for the biggest ball of yarn, don't stop for um, what is that called? The South Dakota thing with the faces, Mount Rushmore. Don't stop for the big arch in St. Louis. What just get efficient and go. And the other way, if you meander, you take side roads, you have breakdowns. You don't have a perfect car, all this stuff. And you know, if you've got the time, I certainly recommend the second way to journey, across a big expanse. And that brings me to life. So I needed some water right there because this is it right here. We are now following our gut. We're trying to listen to our intuition and see what our body and our soul is telling us, just and we're trying to stay in alignment, like if it feels good, like if it brings you joy, not necessarily pleasure, whatever, but joy, if it lights you up, then you're heading in the right direction. And if it's like knotting your stomach up and making you tight and tense and whatever, it's probably the wrong direction. And those are the guardrails that keep us, kind of going the path. Well, I feel like similarly to driving across the country, there were no guardrails. There was no like, okay, you're going to go this and you're going to go as efficiently as possible. And I felt that month-long journey especially was just bumping up against every guardrail, going off path and coming back on. I'm holding my camera still, hopefully. Going off path and coming back on. And I feel like it adds richness and it adds whatever, and it's part of the story, it's part of the, it's whatever. And so I say that because I've been working so hard on alignment and being like, hey, let's do this right. Let's keep the focus on the correct thing and heart-centered, heart-led. And I committed to helping someone out in a pinch, which felt really good. And it was tough, and I learned a lot, and all these things. But yeah, and then I'm going to help out some more, but they're asking for a long-term commitment, and increasingly I'm feeling tension and gut and whatever, and I'm like, okay, there's going to be a point where I'm going to say, like I can go this far but no further, but being off alignment. Does that make sense? So I had to get it out there because it's on. I'm just feeling it. So I've been feeling a growing amount of tension, resistance, gut, whatever. And so I was called to say it, to bring it up. Anyway, that's it. So let's get into the cards. Let's see what the reading is for today. Hopefully it's not tainted by my own thoughts. So Spirit, yeah. I can't remember. This is take 2, so I don't remember if I already asked, but we'll ask again. Yeah, please feel free to use us, communicate through us, do whatever you need to do to get the messages to whoever you need to get. Let's do it. All right. Thank you. I love you. A little out of order. Interesting. A little out of order. A little off path. A little out of order, but we know where the right path is, and we know how to get back on, and we know the right order, and we know how to do it right. Oh man, I'm feeling pretty good about this now. It's so good to talk to you guys. I've therapized all this now with you. I don't want to pay you for it. All right, let's go. Hindsight, insight, foresight. Hindsight, King of Swords. Okay. Man, talking about energy, masculine energy, it's a lot of it, right? It's king, male, sword, masculine. I'm not ready to invest in this until I see more cards. Chicken noise. Current energy, King of Cups. Do you see the transition to a more balanced? Like this is all go, go, go. And this is all like, it's go, but it's also like, hey, let's feel our way through. Oh, he's in flow. Oh, this one's feet are planted, sword is up, like, let's do it. Let's take command. Let's go. You have to do that in early life, you think you have to do it. I'm sorry if this is rubbing up against my facial hair. I don't know how it's going to sound. All right, King of Cups. So you moved into this. Okay, we're listening. We're going with the flow. Man, it's less about facts, more about feelings. Less about facts, more about feelings. But you're still, you're still realizing your full self. And you're letting go of needing to know everything and about, not everything, but about the things that you need to know about, and being able to go with some flow. Future energy, the Emperor. So it's like, okay, you finally like really fill this seat. Man, 3 thrones. Yeah. Throne. King, and then the Emperor is a dude. Where is this going? What's the desire here? All right, the desire. There's something calling you. Maybe you don't even know what it is. Like you hear, this is like, I hear a calling. I hear something. But what? And it feels, it's open. It's open to this, this calling. Man, the challenge. Okay, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to listen to your gut. You're gonna have to go in. Oh, wind. I love a good confirmation breeze. Not a gale force wind. Let's keep talking about this Two of Swords, because maybe that's what the breeze is for. So, Two of Swords. I'm looking at the water behind her, and I'm seeing those rocks in the water. And it's like, okay, something has disturbed your water, and you've got to investigate it. So something's disturbing your water. Yeah. And you know what? I try to jump ahead to the solution on this, but I'm gonna wait for the card. Wait for the card. Page of Cups. All right. May I read the Page of Cups to you? This feels, because it's the solution. I gotta read it. Page of Cups. All right. This is your solution. Think solution to this kind of waiting, open, wondering what this thing is, and the disturbance is kind of in your way. An open and artistic soul with a deep connection to the inner and outer world. News, messages, psychic ability, contemplative youth. I feel like you're tapping into all of it. Like when you went from King of Swords to King of Cups, it feels like there went from this need to like make it and whatever to a more reflective, like, okay, where am I in this world? What is going on here? Like all that stuff. And this is saying, hey, stick with those cups. Stick with those cups. There's plenty of swords out there to irritate you and to get in the way. And those rocks in the water, kind of disturbing the flow of the water. And maybe figuring out what those rocks are. And getting your rocks off. Get them out. Get your rocks out. No, they're there for a reason, right? Those rocks are there for a reason. Oh, baby. We just hit another level of deep. We went deep and elevated at the same time. We lightened and got down and gritty. Those rocks are there for a reason. Your flow must be disturbed from time to time. It's part of it. But man, this Page of Cups. So the King of Cups is just riding all the water, And I think, like, he's on land. He, she, they are on land. This Page of Cups is on land. How about that for correctness? This Page of Cups is on land. And it's, King of Cups is just all the way in. We're going boom. Page of Cups is like, you know what? I know where the water is. Man, a lot about water today. A lot about water. I know where the water is. It's contemplative. It's still living on earth, but surrounded by water. Their mind is on the water. That it's a big mind shift. So the heart, your heart has shifted, and now it's saying, let your mind shift and get in alignment with the. I was gonna say with the car, with the heart. And there's a thing called Carhartt. It's a brand of clothing for us working class people. I don't own any Carhartt. I'm just not working class anymore. Actually, I never did. It's kind of expensive. I remember I got a off-brand, what is that material called? Canvas jacket that was, lined and quilted and silky inside. Same exact thing as a Carhartt, but at half the price. And man, did I get made fun of. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? And I was like, I didn't care because that jacket lasted me for a couple of decades. You know, I mean, I got snagged on lots of barbed wire and whatever else. Okay, why am I talking about this fitting in with others? You know, others' expectations? Let's get back in order here. Oh man, my cards got out of order again. Maybe you feel like you've got to do things in a certain order. Man, I certainly feel like, okay, I've got to do this next thing first, but I got to wait for this other thing to happen for this to do, so I can't do these other things. I know it's a weird thing in my head, and I'm sure if it's in my head, it's got to be in somebody else's. All right. Oh, speaking of ours and somebody else's, let's see where we are with the interpersonal stuff. So, oh man, Spirit says shuffle and cut. This we want to be like fresh, you know, fresh. So you alone. See, okay, I don't know if it's me, but I immediately felt that tension in my gut again, like arms are crossed, you know, looking down. Like there's something going on that's making you not like see all your gifts. And we're so into cups. Oh my gosh, cups. All right. So this other person, judgment. They're healing. They're coming out of something. I see these boxes that they're all coming up out of. Somebody's coming up out of their box. I don't know. Just released. What does that mean? Coming out of their box. Not out of their head. They're not out of their head. They're not like angry. They're out of their box. They're looking up. We're talking about someone who's seeing hope now for the first time. Someone that's been kind of underwater. There it is, water again. Here it is, water again. I mean, even in the judgment card, they're floating in water. Man, what is this? I hope you know what it is, because I certainly do not. I should think about it. No, Trip, you should feel about it. Whatever it is, it's whatever's happening for this person, it's positive. It's they're letting go of some things. I mean, they're seeing light for the first time in a long time. And it's funny because I feel like it's been the opposite, you know, and where you've been popped open, you're seeing the light, you're seeing like at least where the light's coming from, and you're heading that direction, you know, and this person's been doing the best they can, grinding away, and something's kind of triggered them. But right now, you're in kind of a temporary, like, what's going on, you know, a temporary frustration. And I hope that's not just me reading into it. I hope you're feeling better than that. But like we said, you know, if you're a little sidetracked, that's part of this journey. I really do. I love saying journey. It is a journey. I don't care if we don't go anywhere. We're in a journey. So the two of you together, King of Wands. Man, we're back to the throne. It feels like you're lifting each other up, right? We're back up on a throne. You were sitting on the ground. And these guys were in a box. And I think it's going to raise you guys up. It's raising you guys up. So King of Wands in particular, let's get into it. Ooh, everything's holding. Confirmation burp. Everything's holding. Everything's holding, baby. King of Wands. An energizing leader. So maybe this is like, yeah. Somehow the inner workings between you and this person propel you both, I think, into like a leader leadership role of some sort. Where am I? King of Wands. Uh, an energizing leader who established himself by lighting a path that others can easily follow and aspire to. Self-respect, genuine, health, fortitude, reliable. Okay. You're lighting a path. We just talked about light, going towards, not the light, like don't go to the light. Well, whenever you're ready, well, go ahead, whatever. Anyway, that's not what am I talking about? So, like, you're, there's water and there's light. And you are lighting a path. And I feel like, yeah, there might be somebody, okay, you might be so into this journey and, kind of like wrapped up in our, your own little world. We get wrapped up in our own little worlds. And I think somebody just starting out, just like, oh my gosh. And it kind of brings you back to that moment, like, this is where we're supposed to. I mean, I just took a breath when I said that. I feel grounded when I'm talking about, you know what, the pure start of it all. Well, because my opening or whatever was like a blissful feeling before I got to that dark night in the tower stuff. Ooh, ooh. It doesn't all have to be dark nights and towers. It can be seeing the color in everybody, seeing the light in everybody and yourself, and feeling that connectedness. But it feels heavy. I mean, it's part of the adventure. We get that heavy. Okay. The situation. Bum bum bum. The first word was courage. But I also see connectedness. Dang it. I don't remember what I last called it. But yeah, I have the wild cards in there. Forgot about them. The situation. Forgot about it. I forgot about that card being there. The situation is forgetting. It might be forgetting who you are. That temporary forgetting who you truly are. But you're a beast, baby. You're a fully formed human. Just all of it. Shadow and light. Wrong and right. You're all of it. Okay. So Knight of Wands. So this Knight of Wands is telling me today, just turn off the brain. Just turn it off. We got enough swords, We put the swords in the past. That was past energy. Let's put the swords down and get on the horse and just go. And a journey, I'm going to say it again, a journey of 1,000 miles is, it's one step, it's one gallop, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, and I'm not saying light a fire and like you get started on whatever. Just, just live your life. That's what it's saying. Just live your life. And so I was exhausted yesterday. I actually worked the day before in the heat. I got dehydrated. I did not feed myself enough. I worked harder than I was used to, and because I had a nice cushy month off. And the heat got to me, and I spent yesterday in recovery, and when I thought about doing stuff, my body got even heavier. And so instead of thinking about, I should do this and whatever, I was like, what feels good to actually do? Like, what movement actually feels good to do? And walking 100 feet, turning on a hose, walking 100 feet, and cleaning out the water for the chickens and giving them some food for the evening and then I just sat there watching them and talking to them. That felt doable. And when I came back in the house, I felt better. Okay, that like a little bit of that heaviness went away. So it's not a force things. It's just go about your day in a pleasurable way. Don't dwell. Move forward. That's a big ask. That's a lot. Okay, don't do. Okay, I got two of cups and it came out in reverse. And most of the time I feel compelled to, like flip a card. Every once in a while it comes out in reverse. I don't know what to do. I'm going to read both. But what's my gut telling me? See, part of me is saying, don't rely on a relationship to get you through this, on an outside relationship, just your inside relationship. Oh, I point to my heart, but I should be pointing to every cell, right? And my aura, my energy. Oh, dude, how are your chakras? Okay. Don't do. So we're going to read. I know I don't read triple things, but there's a reason. Two of cups. Okay, and we're not doing this. Whatever this is, I'm going to read it regular. So let's read it regular. Love reflected in another person, place, or thing. True love, tenderness, affinity, adore, I don't know, and marriage. In reverse, no reversals listed. It even wrote that. It wrote, no reversals listed. You could pause it if you wanted to read it, whatever. So, man, don't do. I think this is very, very specific. Not for one person, but for a flavor of past pain that makes people rely on others for their, okayness and their worth and their whatever. And I think this is spirit saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? We're past that. There's no relying on somebody else for your peace of mind, your comfort, your mostly for how you value yourself. Peace of mind and comfort, hopefully somebody else can kind of remind you, and like bump you back into that, like, oh yeah, like we were talking earlier, just remember who you are at the origin. All right, this is for a test. This has been a long one. So I did a little too much talking at the beginning. But this is on you to be you and just do you. All right. I love you. This felt like a good reminder, more than a like whatever. It's just, hey, you're going to be swayed. You're gonna feel this. You're gonna feel that. Remember who you are, baby. And I remember who you are, and I love you for it. I love you no matter what. So I'm going for that unconditional stuff. All right. Well, I hope this mic worked. I'm Michael. Thank you, Michael, everybody. And I love you, and goodbye.